Hi, Facebook. How's it going? So, I'm looking for some article writers who can write articles about the stuff which I've done in my past, so that there's more documentation and more in depth um, content available for people who are trying to research on me, Google me, and it's not just what I'm saying, but it's what they found on the internet. So, for example, when I was 16, I did a Pac Man competition of Commodore 64. That sounds to me like an interesting article to write about. When I was in 10th grade, I made a voice digitizer which could recognize 3 words, and it was called Voice Master. It was for Commodore 64 also. That sounds like another interesting article to me. And then when I was, I think 10th grade also, I started refurbishing of Commodore 64 computers and sold a lot of them in Pakistan. And I used to wash them. I used to, use a washing machine to literally wash the keyboards and keys on the keyboard. So I'm looking for somebody who can convert these stories into articles and, share the learnings and have a third party perspective on my work and my life so that people can understand the depth of my work in my past and others can come out and write their similar stories about their lives. And so I need somebody who is a good writer, not just one person but multiple persons, so that it can be multiple perspective. um, we would like to publish it on Medium to start off with, and then other other newspapers, other journals, so that basically we can document what I have done, and then people can then just find me. And I don't want it to be based on hypothesis or stories. I want it to give proofs for what I'm saying, right? So how do you prove that you know something? In a regular college and university world, you go and give exam, and based on that evaluation you get accredited, and then you have a bachelor's or master's. Now I don't have a bachelor's or master's degree in business, but how do I get credited for the work I've done, the work I have spent hours and hours and years on learning, right? So I need proof. I need social proof so that the people who are trying to give me acknowledgement can have those proofs, can have that data, which they can verify and use it for whatever purpose they want to use it for. Um, so there are, I'm somebody who is technical, or a good story writer. There are two different things. For example, I invented a process which allowed today to Google Voice and Skype and Vonages and Magic Jacks to work. That took me 3 years to invent. I had to travel to multiple countries, so I want somebody to write an article on that, so that it can go into a nice tech section or of a nice newspaper or a magazine, which is a tech magazine or telecom magazine, right? So I'm looking for somebody who is really, really well, and I'm willing to compensate for that because it's PR, right? Instead of hiring a PR agency, I'm willing to pay them directly. I don't have a problem with that because I'm not bribing anyone. I'm just paying for their work. So if you know anyone who is a good article writer, a technical writer, who is a good storyteller, I'll be happy to have a conversation with them, and then they can write out of that. I'm also looking for a ghostwriter for my articles because I have a ghostwriter for my articles in English and Urdu right now. And then the content is about to be published in different newspapers. And it's basically what this guy does is he takes my words and convert them into articles, and then they get published as columns, as we call it in Pakistan, and it'll be published. This way, again, my word can reach out to people who are not able to see me and watch me on YouTube and Facebook. So it's all about spreading the word, right? So my so if you know anyone, please introduce. Thank you.